This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 9. Out of one of them, out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great, towards the south, and towards the east, and towards the pleasant land. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground and stepped upon them.
Right. So whenever you hear about the stars, can somebody get that? Revelation 12, I think it was.
12 and 1.
Yeah. So now this is talking about Antiochus.
I got it.
So who did he stamp down to? He's talking about what? The time of the Maccabees, when they came and brought hell on the Israelites. All right. And the nobles of our people. Who got it? Somebody got it?
11 and 1.
Whoever got it.
I got it. All right, this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet.
And this talking about who? The Israelites is known as a delicate woman to the Most High. Commonly a delicate woman. Go ahead.
And upon her head.
And the moon and the what? The moon and
It says the moon, it's like it says, clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet.
Right, there's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding was given to the children of Israel. Alright, go ahead.
And upon her head, a crown of 12 stars.
Right, and upon Israel's head, a crown of 12 stars. Those 12 stars represent the 12 tribes of Israel. That's where he had the stars at. Alright? That's it on that. Go ahead, brother. Start from that part again.
Okay, this is Daniel chapter 8. I'm starting verse 9. And out of one of them came forth a little horn.
Bro, out of the Seleucid Empire, Seleucus, came a little horn. Alright, go ahead.
Which waxed exceeding great.
Alright, which he waxed exceeding great, man. Antiochus IV. Go ahead.
Towards the south, and towards the east, and towards the pleasant land. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground and stepped upon them.
Right. So they brought us down and put us in the hellish condition upon the earth, and they stamped us out. The Greco Empire and the Roman Empire. You know, they stamped us out. All right. So they put hell upon us. You know. Well, it said the stars. So we them stars that it's talking about, in the sense of being illuminated or lit up. Or being able to shine in the darkness.
Yeah, quick precept.
Alright, or being ignited. Like a candle. Or fire. Go ahead, brother.
This is Daniel chapter 7. I'm going to start at verse 25.
Right.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and he shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and to think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and divided of time.
Right. And who is it talking about? The Roman Empire. Ultimately with Julius Caesar, you know, because he's the one that started the Roman Empire. Now, so that shows you the changing of things. Julius Caesar, the one that started what? The Julian calendar. So that's showing you the process of the Greek kingdom and then the Roman kingdom of what they did. You know? So what was the point on that?
They wear out the saints.
Yeah, they wore out the saints, man. So that was that spirit that they was in. Who can do it better? Right? Esau, the so-called white man, started with the Greeks, and then after them, they said, who can do it better? Right? Just like the Spaniards and the English, they wanted to see who can do it better. See who can put us into slavery better. But that's what we're going to see in the kingdom. Who can put them into slavery better. Right? Make their women our bed wenches.
That's fine.
Right.
About to get our little seat up. Like that shit?
Yeah. Alright, so that was it on that, right? So they wore us out, man. You know? So, go ahead, brother.
Verse 11 of Daniel chapter 8. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away,
right,
and the palace of his sanctuary was cast down.
Right, man. So the prince of the host at that time was talking about Judas Maccabees. All right, but and ultimately Yahushua, you know, with Esau and the spirit, they exalted themselves against our king. All right, or any ruler that we have in any time. Go ahead, brother.
And a host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground.
Right, man. They cast down the truth to the ground at that time. All right, so when he coming up against Yahushua, he coming up against the spirit of truth. Go ahead.
And it practiced and prospered.
And they practiced and they prospered. They start their own policies. You know, just like today, America is prospering. Why? So the Lord could judge this place. Go ahead.
Just like Egypt.
Yep, just like Egypt, man.
Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, How long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot?
Right, so he was wondering, how long is this going to be? All right, go ahead.
And he said unto me, unto 2 days, 2,300 days.
Right,
Then,
that'll be about 4 years. All right, go ahead.
Then shall the sanctuary be cleansed.
Right, so if you count 4 years back from, what would that be, like 70? 170, 4 years back from 167?
Yeah,
that's like 71, right?
71.
So that's when he first started going into the temple. You know? So when did he clean the temple though? When did he reclaim the temple? I think it was 164. It was 164?
Yeah, so it wasn't. How long?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It was 164. Because that's when Antiochus died.
Yeah.
164. Check this out, and that's when Judas Maccabees rededicated the temple, and Judas Maccabees died in 163, a year later. Now, if you count back 4 years from 164, that'll take you to 168 when he first started persecuting.
Yeah, that's when he first. Yeah, that's chapter 6 right there.
That's right, man. That's right. So that'll take you back four years, which will take you back to around 168 when he first started persecuting. Can you read that again now so we got the point? Verse 14 again? Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 14.
Right.
And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days.
Oh, one more verse up. You gotta go back.
Verse 13 of Daniel chapter 8. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said to that certain saint which spake, How long shall the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot?
Right, so he gave us and the sanctuary underfoot. And this was all prophetic. The Most High does everything in process of time. And he has a set point for everything, man. The reason we only over here in captivity is so we can be able to grow in faith, and the Lord set a division between the righteous and the wicked. And to also set up the leaders and the followers. To set up the memorial stones, the leaders, the delegates of Israel. All right, so in that time, the purpose was to what? Make a separation and to judge the sanctuary, to clean it, and to judge us, to clean us. Precept cut in? All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1.
Right.
To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven.
There you go. That's just clear, man. To everything that the Most High does, there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven, man. All right, so the Most High, he had a purpose right here. You know, anytime he judged the children of Israel, he's going to bring us back. But in this captivity, we've been here for we've been under the hands of Esau for almost 2,000 years. From Rome, Greece, and all that. You know, the Lord going to end that as well. Since we were cut off in 70 AD. Go ahead, brother. You got one?
Second Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times.
Right. The Lord measured. He measured the time of what? Your wickedness, and how far the judgment is going to come on the children of Israel. And then by number, he numbered the dates. He numbered the actual days. He got the days numbered. Go ahead.
And he doth not move, nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
That's one of my favorite scriptures right there, man. And the Most High is not bothering anything until that time. He's not going to bother Esau until that time. He's not going to bother Nate, Satan, IUIC until that time. The Lord got them all set up as stumbling blocks. All right, He got the wicked in place to show His power upon them. See that? Go ahead. When you want to test out a bullet, you want to find a nice tough surface. And the more dense you make it, the more power the more force that gun or the bullet has. And that's what they said. The Lord created Esau to be this powerful, wicked creature, so the Lord can destroy their ass.
All right. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5. It says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Right.
For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Right.
Only he who let it will let until he be taken out of the way."
There you go. The mystery of iniquity. The word iniquity means imbalance. So the mystery of the devil upon earth is the so-called white man. They're the biblical devil upon earth, the deceivers. The Satan. Satan means what? Adversary. Right? So this is them.
And the reason why they were able to go for 2,000 years, because it wasn't time for them to be exposed yet.
Yeah.
The Lord said He's going to reveal them in His time.
Because imagine the Lord taking them straight out of the Caucasus Mountains and saying, "Hey, here go the wicked right here. I'm gonna put them in slavery for 1,000 years under y'all." That wouldn't make sense. The Lord had to give them a story as well. And He had them walk their path as being the wicked. And created a story, created a judgment for them. And He created a story for us by us being what? The spirit of the prophet is subject unto the prophet. He'll have you be a prophet in one age, preparing yourself for the next age. He have Esau being wicked in one age to be revealed to be the mystery of iniquity in this age.
All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 1. "Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh." God, and I brought this out because what I got out of that scripture is basically going back into, you know what I'm saying, Yahweh Ba'ashir Yahushua rule up in the kingdom of man, and He give it to whosoever He please, man. So everyone should be subjected to Yahweh Ba'ashir Yahushua, because He's in control of the program. He's in control of this movie, man. You know, He the one that ordained them to be the whipping stick. He gave them that power. So therefore, we shouldn't be afraid of the power that gave them the power, man.
Right.
All right, verse 2. "Whatsoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation." God, so just because the so-called white man was set up, you know, because YUIC is trying to use this, the so-called white man was ordained by Yahweh Ba'ashir Yahushua, so we got to follow him. No, that's not what it's saying. It's saying that we shouldn't resist Yahweh Ba'ashir Yahushua, like I was saying before, because He's the one that gave them the power, man. So therefore, you know, anyone that resists Yahweh, they basically damn their own self, man. Verse 3. "For the rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. What wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same." So you should want to do what is good, man. Because Yahweh Ba'ashir Yahushua, eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He will throw up all things. Not man. You know, you should fear the one that can kill the body in hell and right here in your flesh today if he wanted to, man.
Don't say that, man. That's spirit kind.
You know, not the ones that have the power to kill by the blessing of the sword. Because they don't have no power, man. Go ahead,
Because the backup precept with the brother, right? The Lord said, "Fear not the sentence of death." All right, so if the sword coming against you to put you to death, the Lord said, be not afraid of that. All right, he said, be faithful unto death, and he'll give you a crown of life, man.
Yeah,
Because in this same time, all right, the Baker elite families, they're going to come down with this great wrath, man. Just how the same spirit that's on them was the same spirit was on them when they invaded our temple with Antiochus IV. All right, that devil, that wicked root, all right, that been slaughtering our people, man. So Esau, the nation of Edom, have a lot of blood on their hands for touching the children of Israel, which is the Lord ordained them to be ruling in that time, so He could take them down in these times.
And basically, we're supposed to have the spirit of the woman with the 7 sons in chapter 6, where with the same spirit that they had. Like, they tortured them, pulled their skin off their body, cut their members off, and had to watch each individual one. When he got to the last one, the youngest one, he said, I follow the laws of my fathers, not the laws of the heathen. All right, this is Romans. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. All right, so that's the whole particular reason why the so-called white man is set up in the position that he's in right now. All right, from the time of the Greeks, the Diadoches, and you know what I'm saying, all the way up until now, the Greeks, the Romans, all the way up until now, so he can show his power, just like how he rose Egypt up. It says, therefore, has he mercy on whom he will have mercy, on whom he will harden it, he will harden it. He said, thou wilt say then unto me, why doest he yet find fault? Who has resisted his will? So it didn't matter if the so-called white man didn't want to be in power. The Most High put him in power to show his will. All right, it don't matter if the children of Israel didn't want to go into slavery. The Most High put us through that before our transgression. And it was all a setup to show his will and his power and his might. All right, it has nothing to do with the so-called white man. It has nothing to do with the children of Israel. It's all about Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Sirach, chapter 16, verse 15. The Lord hardened Pharaoh that he should not know him, that his powerful works might be known to the world.
Just think about it. If the Lord would have opened the mind up to Pharaoh to know his power, Pharaoh wouldn't have that haughty spirit. If the Lord would open up the mind of Esau, all right, that they can have spiritual discernment, Esau wouldn't be doing the things that he's doing right now. So a man's going are of the Lord, man. Whatever your lot is while you're on this earth, you're going to live it out. It doesn't matter.
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 6. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
So the Lord allowing Esau to be ruling. All right, the Lord allowed all these 4 kingdoms, from the Babylonians to the Persians to the Medes to Greece to Rome, to all the way up to now, for them to be ruling, man. All right. So, but the Lord finna take Esau out of the way, man. All right, because they exalt themselves as being God, but they not gods, man. All right, the Lord said to the children of Israel, He said, ye are gods, but you should die like men. So the Lord is going to take these devils out of the way, man. Just how he, how Antiochus IV, when he died, he broke every bone in his body. God, the Lord did that, man.
Yeah, that's why I say he have mercy on who he will have mercy. That's the thing. Like, the way you get taken out of this place is goes according to the Lord. We have no control over that. We have no control over that whatsoever. Whether you wake up in the morning, a lot of people think we have free will. Like the elder said at one point in time, if you have free will, stop yourself from dying. That's just it. If you really have free will, that would be the number one thing when people would choose. All right. And the thing about it, if you have free will and discernment, you would choose. You know what I'm saying? The word. But the word doesn't. You don't choose the word. The word chooses you, man.
Hey, this is beautiful too. Because you had Cyrus, I'm going to cut after this too. You had Cyrus, you had Alexander, all these Edomites, Antiochus. When they came into power as kings, they thought differently back then. They thought that shit was for eternity. That's why they're like, we'll be king forever. You just see that in their chronicles. They say, I will be ruling forever. But the Lord, that's why the Lord kept saying that. Like, He raised up kings and put them down.
Yeah.
You see that?
Precept.
So they have no control over that shit, over life and death.
And Alexander was trying to control it because the only reason, his only purpose for having sex with women was to spread his seed because he thought he was a son of Zeus, right? So he thought through his seeds he would live forever. Right? He thought that's what he would make his soldiers when they would take over land, have mate with the women, try to spread that Hellenistic bullshit.
Like Psalms 49 and 11. It says their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever and their dwelling places to all generations.
Same mindset, right? Esau got the same mindset today. So-called white man, they got the same mindset.
They say they're gonna be riding bikes forever.
Yeah, man.
With a red cap.
Yeah, that's when they set up their 401ks and all these damn investments. Trying to set up their new world order. Like, yo, your shit is over. They still want more? They're like, damn, we've been ruling for all this long. Now, what we gonna do next? Let's do something else.
Let's go to Mars.
They got Jake following right behind them. What is that? Proverbs 12, 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked seduces him. So now you got Jake, all they care about is 401ks and getting houses and investing in stocks and shit like that. Having the ideology of the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? What did Yahweh say? Ye are of your father the devil, so the works of him you will do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. He say Jake, two-thirds of their deeds surpass the wicked.
Man, so you even more wicked than the wicked.
You got precept in mind? Yeah, precept. Oh, go ahead. You can end it after this precept.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 7. The wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand.
You gotta break it down.
Verse 7. The wicked are overthrown and are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. Alright, Israel will overcome the wicked, Esau. Alright?
Right.
When Yahweh Shah come back and establish that his elect.
Great point, man. Go ahead, number one.
This is Obadiah 1 and 3. It said, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's Esau's pride again. You know what I'm saying? He think that he can live forever. He think he gonna be in rulership forever. But his pride has deceived him, so it's gonna be brought down low. Says the word.
And if you look at Pharaoh, how Yahweh did Pharaoh, even after he was bringing all those plagues, Pharaoh still had pride. Even after he killed his firstborn son, Pharaoh still had pride and came out. And that's the same mindset that Esau gonna be in. When Yahweh Shai show up. As a matter of fact, you see Yahweh Shai showing up right now by the real men coming out here teaching this truth. Right? And you see Esau trying to buck up against it. Anytime you hear anything about the Hebrew Israelites, they try to put some negativity on the news. That's what they'll spotlight. They won't spotlight the true worshipers of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They'll spotlight some fattest, wicked sector that thinks they have the truth. And you know what I'm saying? What does the scripture say? If a prophet be deceived, I the Lord thy power have deceived that prophet. So that's what so right now they're still trying to go up. The Most High's hardening their heart even more, trying to go up against the children.